Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Game Channel. Before we get too far, this video is a spoiler. If you are waiting for 3.5 to hit the PU, you may want to wait to watch this. This is currently version 3.5 in the PTU. You can see Arccorp in the background there, beautiful city planet in Area 18 just behind me. So, this particular video is about mining on Walla. Walla is one of the two moons that orbits Arccorp. If you haven't seen it yet, I posted a video of mining on the other moon, which is Lyria. That moon's really elaborate. It looks really cool. It's got a really impressive landscape. Walla is a good bit different, though, but not in a bad way. Walla is, well, for lack of a better way to put it, it's a dead moon. It looks a lot like the moon that orbits Earth, or at least this is what I would imagine it to be like if I was going to fly a ship like this around that moon. You can see that the scanning graphics have been improved, and scanning itself is a good bit more reliable. It used to be in 3.4 that when you would hold down the trigger button to scan, it wouldn't always go off. This time it seems to always go off on point, so that little annoyance has been resolved. The rocks that you mine on this moon are remarkably beautiful, actually. They look really, really cool, as you're going to see here in just a second. Walla also has a substantial amount of resources on it. There's quartz in this particular rock. And you can see they fixed the jitteriness that you would get out of a lot of the rocks that you mine. Those pieces just flew apart nice and smoothly, which is great. Whereas if you've done a lot of mining in the past, you'd notice that sometimes you break a rock apart and pieces will sit there kind of hovering in the air, jittering back and forth. It's as though the system's not really sure what to do with them. Now there you go. See, that's such a pretty view. It looks like the rock was actually hollow when I fractured it. And it just looks really cool. I mean, all in all, when you're first flying into Walla, it looks like it's just this gray landscape, but then you start to notice all these details, this almost like emerald green color around it and in certain places. It's a shame that you have to get so close to really appreciate it, because it's not obvious when you're farther away. Right now, it really looks just like a lot of gray dust. Mining mechanics haven't changed much. They seem a little more polished than they were in 3.4. I can't be very specific on exactly how. I think the mining laser seems to follow the throttle that I give it. And for those of you interested in which materials, we just saw beryl in that rock. And I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. B-E-R-Y-L, I believe. Now this is edited, so the rocks don't break apart that quickly. But there's another nice fracture that just kind of floated through the air. It's not sitting there jittering or anything like that, which is great. So while I was filming this, I was also kind of cataloging what materials were on this moon for Test Squadron. If you haven't heard of Test Squadron, we are the best squadron to join in Star Citizen. Don't bother looking at anybody else. All you want to do is just join Test Squadron. Bring plenty of beer, whiskey, whatever, and don't forget the potato chips and dip. Now here comes another rock. Don't remember what was in this one, but again, yeah, scannings. You have to switch to mining mode in order to see what's in there. Terranite, I believe. So here was beryl.
Scan complete.
This is a view of what the landscape looks like. Kind of a beauty shot, if you will. So I was mining a bunch of rocks back there earlier, and I decided to get a little bit of space between where I was at before and another section of the moon, just so I could get an idea of what else was available here. And it was worth it, because there are quite a few other materials. This is a really good moon to mine, or I think it's going to be a really good moon to mine. This was my first time down here, and once 3.5 hits the PTU, I definitely plan on seeing what kind of revenue I can generate out of mining on this moon. As we all know, the Prospector doesn't have a whole lot of cargo space in it. I mean, it's got a fair amount, but you're going to fill so much of that with inert material while you're mining that it's key to find those good places where you can mine, where you can pick something up so you can get either an amount of income that makes it worth it to go land on a planet with a large atmosphere like Arccorp or Hurston, or whether you want to mine near Port Olisar so that you can do shorter, faster runs and try to bring in a smaller amount of revenue but at a larger pace. They have tried to make some improvements so that you can see the HUD a little better than in 3.4. It looks a little bit better, but it's not perfect. Sometimes it's a little hard to see what's on the screen. Now here I got lucky. There were a bunch of rocks within close proximity, which can be great or really frustrating. So this one had, can't really pronounce it, agricium or Agricium. It also had beryl and diamond in it as well. Now, I'm not mining any of these because my cargo capacity is full. I just wanted to see what was inside of them so I knew what was here. So yeah, quartz, diamond, and grierson. I'm going to have to look up the phonetic pronunciation for that word. So for those of you interested in knowing what's on Walla, quartz, beryl, terranite, diamond, and grierson, however it's pronounced. So that's a short tour around Walla. It's a pretty cool moon. I like the details to it and everything, so I'm looking forward to checking this out once it's been completely finished. Well, that's it. So thank you for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new to this channel, please subscribe. Don't forget to click that bell, and I will see you around the verse.